A blessed morning, everyone. For today's video, we are going to discuss European and Scandinavian literature. But before proceeding to the formal discussion, I would like to introduce myself first. Hi, I'm Jerome Taganile, one of your discussants in today's discussion. Along with me are my group mates named Mariegar Tagalog and Charie Diano. At this moment of time, let's get to know and discover more of Europe. Europe is one of the 7 continents in the world and considered as one of the greatest centers of civilization in world history for more than 5,000 years. Its territory is 10,180,000 square kilometers and inhabited by over 700 million people. Europe is described as a unity of diversity because despite the individual's differences, they are reminded that they share the same culture and traditions. Among its countries are Russia, Norway, Sweden, Greece, Italy, and others.
So let's take a look at the author's background of the Scandinavian literature. One of the famous French romantic writers is Victor Marie Hugo. He is a novelist, essayist, and a playwright and a dramatist of the Romantic movement. He was born on February 26, 1802 in Besançon and died on May 22, 1885 at the age of 83 in Paris. Victor Hugo was the third illegitimate son of Joseph Leopold Sigisbert. So there were 2 famous novels that Victor Marie Hugo created. So number 1 famous novels of Victor Marie Hugo is The Les Miserables in 1862. And his second novel is the Notre Dame de Paris or The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Though France is one of the greatest of poets, Hugo is still better known abroad because of his famous works. So let's take a look at the literary background of The Man and Woman by Victor Marie Hugo. So one of the literary pieces of Victor Marie Hugo is the El Homme et la Femme or The Man and Woman. It is one of his famous poems during the 19th century. He wrote this for an attempt to unravel the enigma inside us, which explores the dualities of life and love. Since he was raised and did embrace the great eternal human question of earthly love and its contradiction witnessed by him during the political upheaval in France.
Hello everyone, good morning. I am the next reporter. My name is Charie Diano, and to my part, we will be discussing and tackling about the poem entitled Man and Woman. This literary piece, it was a poem by Victor Marie Hugo. Did you know that Victor Marie Hugo was a great French poet and a novelist? So Men and Women, the original writer was Mr. Victor Hugo. So it was perhaps written during the mid-18s. Men and Women is an inspiring literary piece explaining the creative differences between men and women. The speaker wonderfully illustrated his ideas about God's 2 different creations. It illustrates how men and women differ in various ways. Its popularity, however, lies in the fact that it explains the differences, giving logical examples. So the man and woman are a reflection of poets' thoughts. So this poem explains how and why men and women cannot be judged by using the same yardstick. So the poem gives several reasons to justify the stance of Hugo. So Hugo argues that men and women can never be equal. And to support his argument, he compares them with various things and gives reason for the unique comparisons. The poem begins when the speaker calls a man the highest of creature rather, and the woman the sublime of ideals. To him, God has bestowed man with supreme qualities. He has made him a warrior, a savior, and a strong creator. A woman is created weak, fragile, and kind-hearted, while man with the ocean, flying eagle, and temple. So this is a contrast no, between man and a woman. So according to Hugo, a woman is created weak, fragile, and kind-hearted. Through the text, he compares them with many things to draw a line that separates them from one another. So for instance, he compares man with the ocean, flying eagle, and temple. In contrast, in the idea, a woman is a heart, angel, lake, dream, and nightingale. So the choice of words suggests that man is the epitome of all power, while a woman has got some spiritual delight. So the major themes in man and women. So the major themes in this literary piece, so the difference between man and women were God's creation, and comparison are the major themes of this poem. So Hugo start this piece by stating it clearly that equality does not exist between man and woman. So God has gifted them with different qualities. Man is genius with a strong head and heart qualities, while the woman is invincible by tears. As we tackled lately, so the beautiful poem speaks about the distinct qualities not about man and woman possess. So we start this piece by stating it clearly that equality does not exist between man and woman, but God has gifted them with different qualities, where man is genius with a strong head and heart qualities, while the woman is invisible by tears. So their aspiration, goals, rules, and preferences are different. The speaker, where Hugo does not intend to portray the woman as an inferior or man as a superior being. He simply wants to state the differences that exist between them. So to him, to Hugo, they hold two different identities that should be coined as one. So that could be my part. Thank you for listening.